Most of the limitations I once believed in do not exist in reality. They exist only in my mind. And I have come to understand that the first and most crucial step toward extraordinary achievement is to question those self-limiting beliefs, to challenge them, to cast them aside, and to act as if they never existed. The moment I begin to act in defiance of them, I notice something remarkable. They simply dissolve. I am no longer bound by invisible chains I once accepted as truth. I know now that every great accomplishment starts with knowing exactly what I want. I hold that clarity close, as though it were a gem in my hand, and I combine it with unshakable belief that I can and will achieve it. Each day, multiple times, I express gratitude, not for what has already appeared physically in my life, but for what is coming. I give thanks for the manifestations that have yet to arrive, because I understand that possession begins first in the mind, and my mind is the ultimate seedbed of reality. To manifest what I desire, I must first believe. I must feel it in the present, as though it already exists. The subconscious mind is relentless and exact. It operates only in the present. It cannot reason, it simply obeys. If I tell it, my new car is coming, it will endlessly process the idea of coming, never arriving. But if I imagine holding the keys now, if I feel the engine hum beneath my hands, the dashboard lights glowing, the smell of new leather in my car, then the manifestation is set into motion and the universe aligns. Most of my life could have been spent wishing, hoping, and longing. But I have learned, with absolute certainty, that wishing and hoping alone are powerless. I do not get what I wish for. I do not get what I hope for. I get what I believe. So I ask myself constantly, what do I believe? What is true in the deepest chambers of my mind and heart? I choose to live in the dream, to dwell in the space where the dream already exists, because the dream, unshackled by doubt, is always greater than I could imagine alone. The universe listens to every thought I think, every word I speak, and responds. If I state clearly, with intention, what I desire, it begins orchestrating events and aligning people to make it real. The universe does not worry about my limitations or my methods. It simply begins moving the pieces into place. I may not know the exact path, I may not see the route, but when my intention is clear and my belief is unwavering, I act as a magnet, drawing the right circumstances to me. Positive statements, made with conviction, are instructions. The universe will figure out the how. I may be surprised at the mechanisms, at the unexpected opportunities, at doors that open in ways I never predicted. But it works, and I trust it, because I have seen it work. I have come to understand that the most important factor in any life is what I believe about myself. Everything I experience is a reflection of my own beliefs, not anyone else's. It is not important what others think, say, or believe about me. Until I learn to believe fully in myself, regardless of judgment or doubt from outside, I cannot step into the fullness of my potential. Once I know that my integrity is intact, that my purpose is clear, the opinions of others lose their power over me. I can achieve anything I choose. I can rise early, read, study, take classes, acquire skills, and master disciplines I never thought possible. Once my why is clear, the how becomes easy, because the path emerges naturally when I am aligned with purpose. I ask myself, again and again, why not me? Why not now? I have the capacity, the intellect, the energy, and the drive to grow, to create, to manifest wealth, health, love, and freedom. Why not me? Belief is the bridge between imagination and reality. If I see scarcity, I encounter limits. If I see abundance, opportunity flows. Belief transforms the unseen into the tangible. I may encounter moments of doubt. I may see others achieving more. Yet I remind myself, it is possible. It may be hard, but it is achievable. I have learned to adopt what others might call a delusional mindset, to live in the conviction that the miracle I seek is already on its way. I imagine it vividly. I feel it deeply, and the universe responds. I may not see immediate results, yet forces beyond my perception are moving in my favor. My inner state, the intensity of my belief, my certainty, my emotional engagement, creates my outer world. Everything I have ever dreamed, everything that has come to me as inspiration or aspiration, was placed in my mind for me alone. It is a map of potential that others may not see. When I shared my visions with those who could not see them, they dismissed them. Their disbelief does not matter. My imagination is sacred, my dreams are mine, and I honor them. I must inhabit the life I desire now. I must live as though I already am the person I want to become. I must see myself driving the car I dream of, living in the house I imagine, experiencing the successes I seek, even before the physical reality appears. This is not fantasy. It is preparation, conditioning my mind and body to accept the future as present. Every thought, every action, every feeling is programming the mind, laying the foundation for the life I desire. When I act boldly. I step into challenges. I embrace discomfort. Growth comes from the unknown, from the cold water of uncertainty. I will fail, yes, and I will fail again, but each failure strengthens me, prepares me, and aligns me for greater victories. Every human being is a creator. I create my life through my focus, imagination, and intention. My mind is a superpower, capable of manifesting reality if I harness it fully. I reject poverty of spirit, all negative definitions of myself. As I think in my heart, so I become. I declare my strength, my abundance, my prosperity. I repeat these affirmations, and each repetition deepens the grooves in my mind, creating a neural path for the reality I desire. Step by step, one foot in front of the other, I climb mountains that once seemed impossible. Delusion is only delusion until it works. What the world may call impossible, I call inevitable. My belief fuses with my consciousness, and I activate the universe, projecting my energy, plans, and intentions. I do not need to know everything from the start. Ideas evolve as I work, as I create, as I act. I start. I act. I believe. As William James said, believe and your belief will create the fact. All things are possible if you believe. I have studied, experimented, and lived this truth. Belief transforms reality. Reevaluation reshapes belief. I constantly reevaluate myself. I study, I learn, I discover new potentials within me. The power locked inside is extraordinary. Everything I am, everything I will become, is a product of my mind. By changing my inner attitudes, I change the outer world. My imagination, my repeated focus, my unwavering belief lay the groundwork for all achievement. I understand now that life unfolds according to the alignment of belief and action. I do not wait for circumstances to change. I change my inner state, and the world follows. I imagine my desired outcomes daily. I feel them, as if they are present. I immerse myself in them, taste them, hear them, see them, and let my emotions fully engage. Each repetition, each feeling, strengthens the neural pathways that embed my vision into reality. The universe responds not to my hesitation, but to my certainty. I refuse to be constrained by fear, doubt, or the opinions of others. I step boldly toward opportunities. I understand that failure is part of the process. Failure is training, preparation, a teacher that strengthens me for the next challenge. I do not avoid difficulty. I embrace it. Each time I step into discomfort, I grow stronger, wiser, and more capable. Each challenge conquered brings me closer to the life I desire. Every human being is a creator. I create consciously, intentionally, and purposefully. I embrace abundance, not scarcity. I see opportunities everywhere. My thoughts shape my reality. If I focus on what is lacking, I attract more lack. If I focus on potential and possibility, I attract growth and opportunity. My perception is the lens through which the universe reflects itself to me. By changing my perception, I change my world. I practice gratitude constantly, acknowledging the presence of good, the promise of future manifestations, and the gifts already present in my life. Gratitude opens doors. Gratitude creates energy. Gratitude aligns me with the flow of life and the infinite potential available to me. I act as though my dreams already exist. I inhabit the reality I desire, even before the external manifestation. I feel the success, the abundance, the health, and the joy as though they are already mine. My body and mind experience the emotions of the future now. These feelings create the magnetic force that draws my desires into tangible form. I do not wait. I do not postpone. I begin now. I live in the present while shaping the future. I give myself permission to dream boldly, to imagine without limits, to believe without hesitation. I know that the universe is always responding. It may not work according to a timetable I understand. It may manifest in unexpected ways, yet it always manifests for me when I act in alignment with belief, emotion, and intention. I am patient, persistent, and unshakable. I understand that life is a mirror reflecting back what I project. I choose to project clarity, confidence, abundance, and purpose. I see challenges not as obstacles, but as opportunities to grow, learn, and strengthen. Each moment becomes a rehearsal for the reality I am creating. Each day, each hour, each minute, I immerse myself fully in the state of the person I wish to be. I know now that sharing visions with those who cannot see them is unnecessary. My dreams are mine to cultivate. I honor them in solitude, in thought, and in action. I do not seek approval, validation, or permission. I act with courage, creativity, and clarity. I practice, I refine, I align myself with my vision. Step by step, I create the reality that once lived only in imagination. I rise early, I study, I act, I take risks, I fail, and I rise again. Every experience contributes to my mastery. Every challenge is a building block, a foundation for my future success. I understand the importance of repetition, of embedding belief through action, visualization, and feeling. I know that repeated thoughts create grooves in the mind, neural pathways that guide action effortlessly. I know that my imagination is sacred, that the seeds I plant in my mind will bear fruit in the external world if nurtured with focus, belief, and emotion. I recognize the power of my inner state to shape the outer world. I cultivate courage, resilience, and faith. I act as though the impossible is already achieved. I move through life with deliberate intention, conscious awareness, and unwavering belief. Every human being is capable of this. Every person can create the life they desire. I am no different. I am fully responsible for my experience. I am fully empowered. I am aware of my creative abilities, my imagination, my focus, my emotions, and my beliefs. I use these tools intentionally, consistently, and with discipline. I embody the life I seek. I act with boldness, confidence, and certainty. I persist in the face of doubt, challenge, or fear. I fail, I rise, I grow, and I achieve. My life is a reflection of my belief, and I hold that belief unwaveringly, without compromise, without hesitation, without apology. I am the architect of my existence. I am the creator of my destiny. I am the embodiment of my highest potential. I choose to see opportunities, to embrace growth, to act boldly, to dream without limits, and to believe without hesitation. I focus, I imagine, I feel, I act. I give gratitude for all that is coming, and all that is possible. I am aligned with my highest self. I am a force of creation. I am limitless. I am unstoppable. I am already the person I wish to become. The universe responds to my certainty, my clarity, my action, and my belief. This is my power. This is my reality. This is my life.